TikTok. A simple entertainment app, right? Filled with short videos, trends, and music that you can watch when you feel bored or want to pass the time. At first, everything about the app feels completely harmless, because it looks like a place where people share funny moments, viral challenges, and creative content. But what most users don't realize is that behind every video they watch, there is a powerful system constantly learning from their behavior in ways that are not immediately visible. Every second you spend watching a video, every pause you make, and every interaction you have is being analyzed to understand exactly what keeps your attention. This system does not just recommend random content, it is designed to study your reactions and adjust what you see in real time. That is why many people open the app thinking they will only spend a few minutes, but suddenly they realize that an hour has passed without noticing it. The reason this happens is not accidental, because the platform is carefully engineered to keep you engaged for as long as possible. Unlike other platforms, TikTok focuses heavily on behavior rather than identity, which means it does not need to know who you are to understand what you like. Within a short period of time, the app builds a detailed profile based on your actions, your preferences, and your viewing habits. It identifies patterns in what you watch, how long you stay on certain videos, and what type of content makes you stop scrolling. This information becomes the foundation for what is known as a feedback loop, where your behavior directly influences what you see next. As you continue using the app, the system becomes more accurate, showing you content that is increasingly difficult to ignore or skip. This creates a cycle where each video feels more relevant than the last one, making it harder to stop watching. Over time, this cycle becomes stronger, because the system continuously improves its understanding of your preferences. The goal is not just to entertain you, but to keep your attention for as long as possible. Your attention is extremely valuable, because the longer you stay on the platform, the more data is collected and the more engagement is generated. This is why the algorithm is constantly being optimized to maximize the time users spend watching content. But there is another layer to this system that makes it even more powerful and effective. Not all videos are treated equally when they are uploaded to the platform. Instead, new content is first shown to a small group of users to test how they react to it. If those users watch the video for longer periods or interact with it, the system pushes it to a larger audience. If the video does not perform well, it quickly disappears and is replaced by something else. This process allows the platform to filter and prioritize content that generates the strongest reactions. However, strong reactions do not always mean positive or valuable content. In many cases, it means content that is emotional, surprising, or even controversial. These types of videos tend to capture attention more effectively, which is why they spread so quickly. This explains why certain trends appear suddenly and become extremely popular in a very short time. It also explains why some content feels almost impossible to stop watching once it appears on your screen. The system is designed to identify what triggers your curiosity and keeps you engaged. It learns not only what you like, but also how you feel while watching different types of content. Over time, it can detect patterns related to boredom, interest, or emotional reactions. This allows the platform to adjust the content it shows you based on your current state of mind. As a result, the experience becomes highly personalized, because no two users see exactly the same content. Each person has a completely unique feed that is tailored to their behavior and preferences. This level of personalization makes the app feel more engaging and harder to leave. But it also raises important questions about how much influence the system has over what you see. Because if the platform controls the content you consume, it can also influence how you think and what you believe. This is where the situation becomes more complex and concerning. The algorithm is not just selecting videos randomly, it is shaping your experience in a very specific way. This is why some people feel like they lose track of time while using the app. They are not just watching videos, they are interacting with a system that is constantly adapting to them. The more you use the platform, the more accurate and effective the system becomes. This creates a situation where stopping becomes increasingly difficult over time, because the content you see feels more relevant and more engaging with each interaction. This is not something that happens by coincidence, it is the result of continuous optimization and testing. The platform is designed to learn, adapt, and improve based on user behavior. And while this can create a highly engaging experience, it also means that your attention is being carefully managed. Understanding how this system works can help you become more aware of your own behavior. It allows you to recognize when you are being influenced by the content you consume. And it gives you the ability to make more conscious decisions about how you spend your time. Because in the end, the most important question is not how the app works. The most important question is how it affects you. The next time you open TikTok and start scrolling, take a moment to observe your behavior. Notice how quickly you move from one video to another without thinking. Pay attention to how certain videos make you stop and watch longer. And ask yourself if you are really in control of what you are watching. Because what feels like a simple choice might actually be influenced by something much more complex behind the scenes. Once you become aware of this, your experience with the app can change completely. You start to see it not just as entertainment, but as a system designed to capture and hold your attention. And that awareness is the first step toward taking back control of your time and your focus. Another important detail that many people ignore is how quickly this system adapts to changes in your behavior over time. If your interests start to shift even slightly, the platform detects those changes and begins adjusting your feed almost immediately. This means that what you see is not only based on what you liked before, but also on what is currently capturing your attention. Because of this, the experience feels fresh, and constantly the system is always testing new content on you, trying to discover what else might keep you engaged for longer periods. Even small actions, like rewatching a video or slowing down your scrolling, can influence what appears next in your feed. Over time, these small signals create a more refined version of your preferences, making the content feel increasingly personalized. This is why many users feel like the app knows them, even though it is simply analyzing patterns in their behavior. The more time you spend interacting with the platform, the more accurate these predictions become. This creates a cycle where the content feels more relevant, which leads to more time spent watching. And the more time you spend watching, the more data the system collects to improve itself. Understanding this cycle is important, because it shows how easily attention can be influenced without being noticed. Once you become aware of how this process works, it becomes easier to recognize when you are being pulled into it. And that awareness can help you take small steps to control how much time you actually spend on the platform. Because at the end of the day, the real value is not the content itself, but the time you choose to give to it. So, are you choosing what you watch, or is something choosing for you? Thanks for watching. Don't forget subscribe.